Hey folks, this is Tom Crawford here at Technidyne, and in this video we're going to show you how to go through the process of calibrating a Test Plus ISO brightness instrument. But before getting started with that, we need to make sure we have all the tools necessary to complete the calibration. Now the first thing you're going to need in that is the black cup that came with the original shipment of the instrument, okay? So with this we're going to go ahead and load it on the instrument and be ready for that part of the testing sequence. Next thing you're going to need is the white ceramic working standard that also came with the original shipment of the instrument. So we're going to need this to reevaluate this at the end of the calibration sequence. And most importantly, you're going to need a fresh set of paper calibration standards. Now, we recommend you get these on a monthly basis because they are made of paper and they will degrade quickly over time, or they could get soiled. So you want to make sure you have good fresh papers for that. Now, within this set, you'll get two that are verification standards, so a 60 and a 70 range, but the two primary calibration standards are the 90 non-fluorescent and the fluorescent standard, okay? Once you have everything in place, you're ready to begin the calibration sequence. To initiate calibration, you're going to look at the top menu bar, and in the top menu bar you'll see this what looks like crosshairs right there, okay? You're going to want to select that, and that will navigate you to the calibration screen, okay? Here you have a choice of two different calibrations, a primary calibration or a quick cal. Now we're going to go through the primary calibration first, then we'll show you how the quick cal works once we've completed the primary calibration, okay? So I'm going to choose that. The software is going to step you through exactly what you need to do with each step. So the first thing you're going to need to do is load the black cup, which we've already done, and hit calibrate. So I touch calibrate. That sets the low light level reading, the 0 reading in the instrument. Okay. Next thing it's going to do, it's going to tell me to load the 90 non-fluorescent standard. Okay. Now this standard, like all the standards, have been evaluated on our master instruments back in their laboratory. Okay. And a value is assigned based on the reading from that master instrument. For this standard, the value is 90.9. So I will enter that value into the software. I will load the standard onto the instrument. So 99.9 is here. That was already there in this particular case because I'd already used these standards once to go through a calibration sequence, and the software always maintains the last value that you had put into it. Okay, so the 90.9 is there, then I hit calibrate, and now we're forcing this instrument to agree with the master. I pull the standard out. Now the next thing it says to load the fluorescent standard. The value for this is on the additional sheet of paper you have there, and for this standard it's 102.1. So I'm going to load that standard just like I did the other onto the instrument, and I'm going to hit calibrate. And in this sequence we're going to adjust the lamp voltage to where the UV energy is sufficient that we get the right fluorescent characteristics in that sheet to get the achieved brightness level you're looking for. Once that's completed, it will store that voltage level, so you won't need to worry about that and do that again until the next primary calibration. Now the last step in the sequence is to evaluate the working standard. So the software says load the white working standard there and select OK. And now it's going to, now that the instrument's in a good state of calibration, it's going to evaluate the working standard, store the value for that standard in the software so that when you do the quick calibration, it's going to retrieve that value. Okay. So when that's done, I select OK. The primary calibration is complete. I can navigate back to the home icon, and I can begin my testing sequence. Now, if I want to do the quick calibration, and this is what you'll do probably on a shift-by-shift basis or a daily basis, so you don't have to use the paper standards, but you're going to use the working standard to do that. So what you would do in that case is you go back to that calibration screen, and this time you'll choose quick calibration. Okay, the first thing it tells you to do is load the black cup and hit calibrate. I do that again, saying that low-level light reading. Once that's completed, it tells me to load the white working standard. Put that on there, select OK. Retrieves the value for that working standard, forces the instrument back to that agreement on that, completes that process. Yes, OK. Home screen, and I'm ready to measure again. So whether you're doing the primary calibration or the quick calibration, your goal is to bring that instrument back to that stable point. And that's very critical if you're making optical measurements, that you're able to maintain your calibration point from yesterday to today to tomorrow. All right, guys, thanks for watching.